What's going on? Come through, people. Red Image. We in the podcast, in the conversation. I need you to come on, like, share, and subscribe. You want to be on here today. We are talking to our college students because school is back in session. What's up? What's up? We need you to come in, say hello. Let us know where you from, where you are saying hello to us from, and we're going to come in and just get started a little bit just to let y'all know we do have guests on today. We have a few of our college students. Some are graduates, some are in the midst of college, and this is Free Flow Friday. What up? Look, Shirley's on the ones and twos. Come through. You know your TT had to come in, y'all. You know Look, boom. Hey guys, she the first thing pop up.
Hey T. Hey.
She ready, y'all. She ready for the good people. What's going on? Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember, on our YouTube page, don't forget to hit the notification bell on your Facebook as well as your YouTube page to make sure that you get a notification bell every time we upload a new video. We are so glad that you guys come on. Thank God it's Friday. You made it through the week, and it's Labor Day weekend. It's a long weekend for us. I know who y'all got the long weekend.
Yes.
Oh my God, today. Yes, sir. There's something go with my shondo when I think about a long weekend. And I just appreciate the Lord that I made it through. But I'm so glad you guys, please remember, this is the conversation. This is Free Flow Friday. If you have any questions, please don't forget to put it in the chat. We are watching the chat to make sure that we answer all of your questions. Our guide is Darnell. Y'all don't see him, but he is here. He's at work, but he's in the background and he's saying what's up to everybody. Look, Shirley's at the game. Praise God, peeping us out. CEO ones and twos and threes and fours. But hello, y'all. Just want to introduce my guest. Y'all, we wanted to make sure to encourage all of those new that are going into school. We have so many that come on here on a regular basis, going back to school, going back to college. We just want to make sure that you're healthy in your mental as well as you have a support system for what's up, Miracle Mitchell? I don't know. Miracle Mitchell said, "Hey y'all, hey."
Miracle.
This is okay. Our one. We have two guests on the show today. We have Alyssa. Say hey, Alyssa.
Hey.
She is one of our college graduates. Oh my God. And I have watched her just flourish. And now she in the workforce, baby, doing what she is educated to do. And we are so excited about the things that she's doing, man. She helped me. I be listening to her. I saw a segment of hers that she did at the church just about depression, some of the things to look for, and just some of the questions that she asked the parents to ask their children listening to their music. And I let her to get all into that. But it was amazing. She's amazing. And then the second student that we have is Miss Gabrielle. Say what's up, Miss Gabrielle. This is my girl. She is in college. What? Are you a junior?
I'm a senior. I graduated in the spring.
Oh, shut up and keep on talking, baby. Stuff be fast forwarding. Y'all hear me? When we watch these children grow up, and stuff is fast forwarding. I feel old right now, and I feel some type of way because I thought all this time that she was a junior, but she did graduate with some college credits. So it fast forward her. Okay. It fast forward her to this new place. And we're so excited. And today we just wanted to free flow and talk about some of the things to expect for the new students. We do have quite a few of freshmen that are winning. We had some more people to come on and they couldn't be on, but we will have another school days segment and they'll be in just to talk about, because we wanted somebody from each age, from freshmen, sophomore, seniors, into graduates. And so we wanted to talk to you guys because who better to talk to than you guys when it comes to college and everything. I know I had a college experience, but today's age and time is a little bit different from my time. So one of the things that was big for me is having my own space and that freedom. I don't know if I was ready for the freedom all the way. I just, it was overwhelming to me at first and I didn't know how to handle it. So just to start the conversation, tell me, when you first moved out, what were some of your just thoughts? How did you feel? What was it like? Either one of y'all can start. It don't matter.
For me, so when I went to Austin Peay, so I stayed in Tennessee, but I was still about 2.5-3 hours away from home. But my dorm mate, or however, was actually my best friend from high school. So so we're kind of joined at the hip. So I didn't get to have like the normal like experience where you just kind of pushed out into just, like a bunch of new people. Because, I already had that one person that I already knew.
Yeah.
So it was different for me, because I still had like a kind of a safety net around me. But the second semester, she actually came back home. So then I was kind of pushed out, so I kind of, it was like the two different experiences for me. But by that time for me, like everybody was already, it clicked up and had their people. So it's kind of like me trying to find now, where am I supposed to go? Who am I supposed to hang out with? Trying to find somewhere to fit in.
Yeah.
So it was a different experience, but I definitely had a little bit of both.
Wow. Okay. Come on, Gabby. What was your experience?
So for me, I was excited to go to college, but at the same time, I went to college during COVID, so we weren't in classes in person. Esther, I was really down. Because I did have a roommate, but I just had met her. So I didn't really know. I had people there, of course, like I have family at, where I'm located at school, but also it's just I didn't have anybody really from school. I had one person. So it was hard for me. Like I struggled a lot my first semester being away, even though I'm not far from home at all, but I did struggle a lot with being away. And then so a lot of times I would come home or my parents would come up there to see me. So it was a kind of a rough time, especially during COVID, because like I said, the campus wasn't active. They didn't have a lot of events on campus. And so I guess the second semester kind of transitioned for me. Some things started open back up, and so I was able to just get out a little bit more. But it was rough for me when I first went to college.
And I think, that's amazing to hear, especially for the COVID students. Like they had to experience a whole different level of way of doing things, period. Just everything being shut down. The mental capacity during that time, because I know it was adults that were going crazy being in the house with folks they knew, and now you're stuck in a whole room with this stranger. Like I know for me, y'all, when I went to college, I was a sheltered child. So I was like, I don't know these people. And we in the same room sharing showers.
Yeah.
Lobster towels. I can do this for hours. I was like, ain't nobody got time for this. I can't. Then I had y'all. My first roommate, let's just say the Capples, the Sigmas, everything was in my room. You heard? So I was like, okay. It's canes on my bed. Why they on my bed? I don't understand. There was a favorite song she liked to play when she got ready, and I hate that song till today. Went to the next room, and because we knew each other, you was comfortable. So you just bring your boyfriend, and I got to cover you up. Like my mind. So I worked really, really hard to make sure that I have a private room, because I got time for that. But even in that, I fell into a depression. probably my third semester, because first semester I was still hype. I was, go Jesus, and I was everybody, let's come to church. But then my third semester, I sort of fell into a depression, started drinking. Well, that's when I started tapping into just the mental challenges. So, do y'all remember if or when you had that battle? What was the biggest challenge for you, and how did you come out of those spaces?
So for me, like my mental started taking a toll. I would say maybe around sophomore year, I started experiencing a lot of family deaths, and that was hard because that was me dealing with it in kind of like adulthood away from my family. So like when growing up, you deal with it. You're in the house. You're dealing with it around. You're able to grieve and deal with it with people that your parents, and you're with your family. But then like being in college, you're hearing the news, and then you get to go home for the funerals and get to go home and spend time with your family. But then you have to come back and go through life after that. I think at one time I had maybe 5 or 6 people die within a 6-month time frame. Ending with my cousin Matthew. And when he passed away, that literally that was a very, very big shift for me. I remember at that time, like I probably failed 2 classes in one semester. And that was, I want to say I went from my junior year into my senior year. With that. So just carrying that, and then always just being like the strong person, and you're having to go home, and then people asking you, how are you doing in school? And you just you don't want people to worry about it, and
right.
I'm doing good. Everything's going fine. And you go back and you're looking at grades and stuff, and you're just like, everything's not fine. But you can't say that, because then now you have everybody worried about you, and it don't look too good.
Yeah.
And so then you got to worry about being behind a semester or finishing in that picture perfect time frame of 4 years that everybody talks about, when most people really don't finish in that time frame, but nobody ever talks about that. So
yeah, that's it, because I think a lot of people forget that college it's a marathon, like not a race. A lot of people are in college.
Oh, that's good.
That's definitely true. People are just taking their time in college, and so just to not feel pressured to have to be completed in this time frame, because like it takes people years to complete college, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's the degree in itself that is like the most important thing. But I can say that I would say that I struggled. Like I said, my first year, I was a sophomore. My first year going into college, I was a sophomore. And so, like I said, I started in the middle of COVID. And so just really feeling lonely was my biggest thing. I was lonely. Like I had made a few friends in my dorm, but with girls, it can get kind of catty if it's a group. So that was a lot of hardship for me my first year, just being at school, because I struggled like with just my friend group that I was in. And so a lot of times, I just felt lonely. I'm like, I don't know, I feel like you my friend this day, and then the next day we're not. Like it was just a lot of loneliness for me. So but I feel like the second year I came out of it just because I got to an RA role. So I was able to branch out a little bit more, make friends with the people I was working with, as well as with the residents. And so I think it helped me to come out a little more. And I'm still kind of in a place where I'm not like super involved in school, because really I just want to get my degree. That's really I'm still trying to come out of being like shy and actually being involved on campus. So
I like this comment, because one of the things you just said about, remember, it's a marathon and not a race. And so one of our people said, I told my child, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get the degree. As long as you got the degree, can't no one take it from you. And I think, it's crazy how much pressure, even, and I'm just going to be honest, y'all know I'm honest on this show, how much pressure parents put on their children. And I know it's because they want to see you succeed. They want to see you go further than they went and all of this and that. But they never have that like counter conversation to say, hey, take a deep breath, take your time, and heaven help if you say you taking a break. Oh my goodness, because you're never going to go back. Yeah, that's just it. And to say, you know, this is a marathon and not a race, I think that is an amazing thought process and I think a lot more people would take college with a different mindset, a different perspective, and they would be, I know for me, I probably would have finished. I did not finish college because I was looking at, I was a failure. I didn't finish in the 4 years. You know, I had this period where my grades wasn't well for, you know, different reasons. And there's no point. You know, I'm a failure. And so if I had that mindset, I probably, and I still may go back. Who knows? But that's a very good mindset. So we talked about the icky, the bad, but what about some of the good stuff that's going on? Because at the end of the day, I was social. I was a social butterfly, and I was in everything almost. I was in everything. Let's talk about some of the good stuff that's happening, because I don't want, you know, there's already a fear set in, but tell them some of the pros of coming into your own, going to a new space, going to college. What are some of the things that you feel like were developed with the transition and the move?
Yeah. So I think for me, it was just really like learning who I am. Especially because I feel like when I went into college, I was like the college experience. Like I had my I had this whole idea of what my college experience should be. And so for me, it was just like realizing that, Gabby, like, you don't even do stuff like that. Like this really isn't like, so really, like, it just really helps you to learn like who you really are, because you know, it's a lot of people, and it's a lot of people in different walks in life. And so, and then it's crazy because you realize like, oh, these people are getting married, oh, these people are having a child. Like it's just, you know, it's a world of opportunity, and you get to see like everybody on a different walk of life. And so I think that's a really good thing out of it. It's no, you know, because we can be so confined to what's going on around us when you just don't know like the other things that people are doing, going through, and just learning and new opportunities.
That's good. That's good. Lily?
So for me, so one thing, I've always been an old soul. Like
Yes.
always, like still like now. So for college, it was like a way for me to be able to express that freely, because in like high school, like I always got left out of a lot of things, because like I've always like I act a lot older than I am. My nickname in high school was Granny. Like that was because I just act like an old lady. So when I got to college, like you're in college, I went to college at Austin Peay, so it's a military town. And you have people there who are, you know, who had a military career and then did life, had families, and then came back to college. So you're in a class with people who are like 40, in their 40s, 50s, you know, like that. And you're sitting here and you make friends with people who are just from all walks of life, and you're just bonding with people. And I'm just like enjoying, you know, their outlook on lives, their taste in music, everything, like study groups with different people from all different ages. And you're just, I enjoyed it. Like not even like the social aspect of it, but just being able to bond and enjoy their opinions and their views and their life experiences and what they bring to different classes, especially for a degree in social work, because they've seen life. And that's one of the reasons why they got into the field, because they've seen, you know, what life looks like and what they want to change about it and how they can help people. So getting their experience again and their knowledge on it, and knowing what they can bring to the table and how they can affect people, it was a very big plus for me.
Yeah, I love that. For me, being a creative person, I was finally in a space where I felt like I could be free to be the me that I wanted to be and not the me I was told to be. I was able to make decisions. And of course, every decision comes with a consequence, but it was my decision to make. And I felt like, I don't know if I knew what my voice sounded like before I left. Once I left, I heard my voice for the first time. That was a little scary because, to hear your voice when, in my case, I felt like my opinion didn't matter in a lot of situations. It was sort of dictated. You do, you move, you say, you be, and then to make a decision. I think I'm going to go here today, and I think I'm going to go listen to. I don't know what kind of music this is, but I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. And so the recreating, and even to this day, I thrive in new places because I can recreate. Now there are lonely spurts, and I do have those moments, but overall, I thrive in new places because I'm not scared to try things. I'm not scared to go see what this is like. Go and so for me being I love it when you talk about the different types of people, because literally in college I had the Motley Crew, baby. I had Japanese. There was my favorite Japanese girl. Her name was Kiki. Her name was Kiki Young, but I would call her Kiki. Like, girl, what's up, Kiki? How you doing? I just had a plethora of people, so nobody could figure out who I was. But that was just the thing. Like, you need to come and speak to people to figure those things out. And I think even both of you young ladies are spiritual young ladies. And so even that speaks to whom you are to become. As leaders, you cannot judge a book by its cover. You have to be okay to thumb through the book and the pages of people's lives and be okay and just be settled in who you are without trying to conform. I think because I didn't know truly who I was, I tried to conform and just found myself lost in space. And I think that's how I dropped into depression, because I fit nowhere. Instead of creating my own space to fit, I tried to fit everywhere else, and I was depressed because I still did not fit. Um, what are I don't know if you guys, because I didn't really have a bunch of people to talk to. What are your suggestions for those that maybe carry a fear about new things? What are your go-tos? Is there someone to speak with? Is there places you go to just like figure out who you are? Like, what were your tactics to figure out basically what you like, what you didn't like what were some of the ways you figured that out?
I still work on that. One thing I do is like I tend to pick up old things, like things I used to do. So like if I find myself in spaces where like I get overwhelmed or things like that, I'll just try to go back and remember things that I used to do, and figure out, okay, well, why did I stop doing that? Like growing up, I used to like to read a lot. My dad used to take me and my sister to the library. Like, so every summer we were part of the reading program. Like we'd go every week and get stacks of books, and just read through them. And every week we would check out books. And I got away from it, like when I got into high school. And so when I got in college, like when I graduated and I was just working until I got into my career. I was needing something like coping skills, something to keep me occupied and entertained, and not like while I was waiting to hear back some jobs and things like that to keep my anxiety down. I was like, okay, well, I got to find something to do to keep my focus, because it's not gonna stress me out.
Right.
So then I just got back into reading, and I realized, well, I'd never stopped reading because I didn't like it anymore. I just, life got in the way. College got in the way, so then I just picked that back up and just realized, fell in love with things that I used to do.
Oh, so that's good. That's a good one.
So for me, I think I'm still in the middle of just trying to figure that stuff out, honestly, because I feel like that I haven't even really, like, I've been in college, but the first year I feel like really doesn't count because we weren't doing anything on campus. And so then this past year I was kind of lonely because I didn't have the same friend group that I had the first year. And so, well, I stepped into the RA role, but at the same time, it's just like I still wasn't outgoing. So I think that this semester I really should take the time to actually learn more about myself and like make time management, like between like doing homework, doing RA tasks, and like personal, like actually knowing who I really am. So that's something that I'm still working on. But even with knowing who I am, the way that I know who I am is because like you said, I don't fit. So it's just like I want to do this, but it's like I want to do this because it's the college experience. But it's like, do you really want to do that? Are you gonna have fun if you go to a party and stand in the back and not dance? Like knowing that like I said, I came in with this whole idea that it's gonna be college, like, you know, like the college life that people like show, but then it's like, do I really want to do that? Like, so I'm still in between with that.
I love your honesty, because just truth be told, I'm 40 and still trying to figure out what I like.
Mhm.
And that's just honest. Like you go through, it's, you will be like that for the rest of your life, because you change. You know, your taste change, what you like, because you know, when you talk about the image, like I grew up, okay, this is gonna tell my age, like for real. I grew up watching It's a Different World, and I just thought my roommate was gonna be like Kim, Freddie, and Whitley, and we was gonna be together all the time. I was gonna join, you know, a sorority, and I'm gonna be stepping. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I was gonna be none of that. None. I did pledge a co-ed fraternity, but it was not what I envisioned. Um, it was not. It was not, and they're not even in existence anymore. If um, so it was not a different world. It was not. It. I was gonna have boyfriends. Um, I didn't. I didn't have no boyfriend. And all the guys I lived in. Now I don't know how I got in the athletic dorm. I still don't know how I got in the athletic dorm. But I was in the athletic dorm. I think they put the athletes and all of the musicians in one dorm, honestly. But I'm in the athletic dorm, and I'm every guy's homie, and they're telling me about how they got a girl in each dorm. So I'm like, I don't. They got lump. I don't got time for that.
Mhm.
So it's like it just wasn't. And I want y'all to hear that, for those that have, you know, kids that are on their way to college, like really sit down and have that conversation with them, to go with an open slate, an open mind, like a clean slate. Don't go in there trying to preconceive and have pre-thought, because it's either gonna really disappoint you to the point of where you just don't want to be there anymore, or you gonna do some reckless stuff trying to figure out, you know, trying to
Mhm.
figure that out. So I love the fact that, you know, even now you realize it's a transition. It's gonna forever be a transition. I love the way you cope with that, Lily, by saying I tend to go back to old stuff. I started doing that too. You know, I'll go and listen to a live band just to hear, you know, what they sound like, whatever like that. Just because I don't know nobody in this area, so it's like nobody hangs, or the people that know me say, I forgot you were here. Mm, okay. Well, that's all right. It's, you know, it's okay, you know. But everything in its time, and there's a purpose and a plan for everything. And sometimes when we don't realize those things, like uh Gabby, maybe you not having the oomph to go and try these things is really a protection. Because I remember the holes in the walls in college, baby, was one way in and one way out. And
Mhm.
if you sat at the table, they booty was sitting on top of your table where the food was. And I just, you know, you doing way too much. You got to cut it. I can't do it. But you know what I'm saying? So that maybe just everybody has a path, everybody has a plan. Some people got to hit their head a few times just to understand, you know, this ain't what I thought this was gonna
Mhm.
be.
Right.
So what is it? And I'm just, we are about done, you guys. If y'all have any questions in the comments, Please ask the question. These girls got some knowledge. Y'all hear the wisdom that's coming. Wisdom ain't knocking on their door, huh? They invite wisdom right on in. And I love that. I'm gonna do a monologue about wisdom, because if y'all read about wisdom in the Bible, like, she going off on the people. She like, I'm standing on the corner at the busy intersection screaming at y'all, and y'all still ain't letting me in. So these folks have let wisdom in, and you can hear it clear. There's a clearness in the sound of what you're saying. And how is life being? Because Lily, now you can encourage Gabby, because she on the edge. She can taste it, baby.
I got senioritis real bad, y'all. I don't reading.
Baby, I don't know why you forget how to read when you turn into a senior. Like, that happens in high school.
Just like,
You just like, now, what's the book and how do you open it?
Right.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
If it has an audio or some skip notes, I'm reading them. I'm reading the summary in the back of the book, because I'm trying to figure out what the book. I can pretty much summarize it if I read the back of it, and that's all we need. Is there a movie?
Right.
If I look at the movie, can it tell me? Even though you already know it's not as detailed as a book gonna be, and they gonna always ask the questions that's not in the movie. Ooh, they just kill me. I said, y'all could have, as the red fern grows, just go by the movie. Why we have to know the auntie name that picked up the dog that died? I mean, come on. But I'm just saying, so Lily, what can you give for those that are living on the edge, how to press through at that very end? What, just encourage them, tell, just help them, because she got senioritis. She need hope.
Okay. I mean, the biggest thing is just to push through and realize that you're closer to the end than you are to the beginning. That's the biggest thing.
That's a word, Lily. That is a word.
That's the biggest thing. For me, my senior year was a year. And everybody's path looks a little different. So for me, I worked all while I was in college, and for my senior year, I was doing my classes, my internship, and working full time.
Ooh,
yes, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Won't do that again.
Bars, come on, Lily. Bars, 10 out of 10. Won't recommend. Y'all know.
But it definitely taught me a lot. It taught me how to push and how to press, and that if you really want something and it's really there in your grasp, that like nothing will keep you from getting there, no matter how much senioritis you have. If it's something that you're passionate about and something that you really want, you're going to get it. And I'm very big on passion. So I really only like to do things that I'm passionate about, because I feel like if you're doing something that you're passionate about, then you really can't go wrong in that. So that's that's something to pay attention to. Like there's a difference in having senioritis, and then just really not having a passion for it. Ooh. And that's something to really, really pay attention to. Because if you don't have passion for it while you're studying to get it,
right.
Good luck, Charlie. Like you might want to reconsider what you're doing. And I think that's very important, because a lot of teenagers, like they go. It's kind of like autopilot once you get out of high school, and they tell you get out of high school, you go to college, you graduate college, and but they never really take the time to stop and really find what they want to do. Mm-hmm. They're doing what their parents want them to do, or what the school want them to do. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, the traditional college experience is not for everyone.
Ooh, you done cuss. These parents,
sorry.
just then.
That's really
I'm
the
sorry.
I-
I'm not.
If you need counseling, please call Lily at 777-9311.
It's hard. Like
yeah.
it's just you have kids who like they have mental disabilities and they can't sit in a classroom all day, you know, or like they can't, like you have the 4-year college, you have the college plan, and then the first 2 years, if you go to college, you know, the first 2 years is just math, English, the same stuff that you were doing in high school. And if they struggled in high school with it, they're going to struggle in college with it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying for them to go to college, and you know, a lot of people drop out in the first 2 years because they realize it's the same stuff that they did in high school.
Yeah. My God, today. And if you didn't pass some in high school, they is making you take it off top. So you taking high school courses in college.
Right. But then, like I said, just because the traditional college experience is not for everyone, you have other options. And I think when parents like they push the kids to go to college, like the intention is good, but there's other options that they can take. You have like, you know, TCAT, you know, shorter college routes. They still produce the same results.
Which is money. Most of y'all want it for money. Y'all want the degree to charge the people for my knowledge. That's what I'm here for. Now you're not gonna pay me $9. I got a master's.
Right.
Y'all not finna. Y'all gonna pay me for my college because I got to pay them back.
Right.
So y'all gonna pay before they know. So to sum up what Lily was saying, she said nothing but death can keep you from it. That's what she said. That's what she said to you. That's your motivation. There was a question in the chat that says, what was your deciding factor to actually go to college? Since you said it wasn't everybody else's path, what was your deciding factor to go?
So for me, it was really me doing research on like what I actually wanted to do and if I needed a degree for that specifically. So I wanted to do social work and do counseling and therapy. You can't do any of that without a degree. So that's why one reason I say do your research, because a lot of times you have kids going to school for things that they could do getting certifications for that you don't have to go to school for.
Lily, where was you at when I was signing up for all these loans and all of this carrying on, and I'm still paying? They deducted out of my check for years. $100 a check trying to pay these good folks back into the pandemic. Oh, and I thank God they froze everything. But where was you at? I needed their wisdom to go and look and see what I wanted to do. But for a creative person, I want to speak to creative people. You got a habit of picking up stuff and putting it down because you get bored easy. And that's me. Like, I get bored very easy. So I'm probably a 2-year college girl. I'm not no keep going for the year after year after year, because baby, I get, unless it's a creative school like Fame, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna live forever. That's the only way I'm gonna be okay, because I don't do well for long periods of time. So Gabby, what was your deciding factor to go?
So I think that my deciding factor was that I really just wanted to, like, I want to be able to say, like, not just, I just don't want to be able to say it, but it's like credentials. Like, I want my credentials, like when I'm doing something, working in the business field, I want to be able to back it up saying I have my degree in this, I have my degree in this, I have my degree in this. So just basically having that for me, because as a Black woman, you know, it's hard to climb. It can be hard to climb up, whereas somebody else may be able to climb up easier without a degree. So for me, I just wanted to be able to go ahead and do it, especially while I was fresh out of high school, so that I can be able to rise and have proof that, oh, baby, I'm equipped for this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yes, she said she wants some weight on them words.
Yeah.
So she decided to have her papers.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on paper. That's what she
Mhm.
said. That I'm breaking it down for those who can't hear between the lines. She said, put it on paper because some of y'all working too hard. She ain't got to work that hard. She just show her papers. Like, this is my visa. Either you want me or you don't. I'm going to the next. There's so much more opportunities, and for me, I love hearing y'all mentality at such a young age because you got a lot of youth that just don't think at all. They just going, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be, you know, a famous rapper. I ain't gonna go to school for music or nothing. I'm just gonna, you know, flow.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna flow, and you gonna have to pay the producer. You're gonna have to pay an accountant because you can't count right, and you're gonna have to pay just a whole bunch of people when you can just go and get the knowledge and cut out the middleman.
And do it yourself.
And get the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and cut out the middleman. There are certain things you're not gonna have to hire for because you already have those credentials and that knowledge. And so I really am, y'all encouraging me. I think because I've been thinking a lot about going back to school. I'm a lot more settled. I'm old, so I'm gonna be in the class with the older people, Lily.
It's a fun class.
How you know? I make it do what it do.
Not a race, because you know my dad, he's in college too. So you know, it's just at your own pace, and he works a full-time job. So if you can only take 2 classes this semester, then just go for it.
And there's so many colleges around me. Like I'm surrounded by school, literally. Like in the town I'm in, there's a college. The town I go to church, the college is right across from the church. Like, ain't what is it? I don't know the name of it. I'm not even gonna do that. But anyway, I'm sort of surrounded, and I know it's some things that I'm supposed to do. But it, like you say, you have to work much more harder. Yeah, you can get, now we're not saying that, you know, some of your experiences in life didn't certify you. We're not saying that, but what we're saying is people just accept what you're saying much more quicker because you have a degree and you have worked and proven that you understand what is necessary for the job. You have the skills and you are equipped. There are some people that just work their way up, and that's perfectly okay. But for those young people that you do have research, she said, research what you want to do, see if you can just get certified. Because baby, ain't no point going to 4-year college when you could have went to a 2-year you know, class, or some of you guys want to do maintenance and mechanics, and you don't have to go to a 4-year college for that. They're you know, you different. Some people are hands-on people. They learn a different way. And so their research is really, really good. Do we have any more questions in the chat at this time? Because if we don't, we're gonna let these young people, it's Friday. Okay, we're gonna let these folks do what we got. Old soul that's sipping on wine, listening to music tonight. And then then I don't even know
Why
what
you
Gabby
read me,
doing. She
Joe? Why you
probably
read
Netflix
me?
and chill or something. I can see her and her fuzz is just going from movie to movie, just binging on how to get away with a murder. Because the way her mind work, baby, she trying to figure these good folks out. And so we want to give you guys your Friday back. Yeah, I'm so glad that you guys decided to come on. I know that when they hit that replay button, there's some things to think about. I think somebody's gonna be much more settled with the decision. You got patience. That's a senior this year. I'm just
Lord have mercy.
I don't want to talk about it.
That was the good girl's mascot, baby. She just
yes.
I don't know what, baby. I ain't even. I know good and daggone well I ain't wearing no makeup or eyelashes on that graduation.
No.
Because
No,
Sean, and she
Toe up.
already told me. You said what?
That you're gonna be toe up from the floor up.
She already told me she coming to spend the summer here so she can go to the beach. She's told me that. But she's also working now, so we're gonna see how that works.
Right.
She's a working woman, so we're gonna see, you know. I just don't know how to feel about that. But there's quite a few. Marlon is a senior this year, right? And Heavenly Father, full of grace, help us, oh God, to just let go and let God, because that's a little nervous. And so Lily, we may be calling you to make sure that their mind is focused. And I will say this, just to get used to college life, everybody don't need to go off. You're not balanced enough. You're not settled. Maybe you need to stay at home for the first year or two and go to a 2-year junior college to see how you gonna like it. Less money and you don't have to spend all of that. It's just, your discipline at the end of the day. Don't be lying trying to get out the house. And then you be sitting right back at the house.
Man.
No one works for you. I knew I couldn't go out and stay. I'm too much of a homebody. Mama, come get me.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody coming 13 hours come get you.
Please, somebody.
Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I stayed in school for 3 years. See, I had failed a semester, so I was on probation. So even though I was in school 3 years, I was not a junior. I didn't do right. Mm-hmm. And I didn't do right. And I had to go back home. Mm-hmm. And home different it hit different when you used to making your own decision.
Yes,
and doing your own thing when you want to do it. If you want to lay around that day, that's up to you. Yes. If you decide to sit in your pajamas and just be funky with you and the Lord, that's you. But when you go home, mama say get up at 5 a.m, wash the dishes. I need you to do this and the third. It's her house. But some of y'all want to come back home and run things like you did at the dorm.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that.
Baby, that thing hit different. Now you grown, so now you gonna go to work and kill yourself so you can get your own place. Ooh, it hit. Just do what you're supposed to do so you can leave, you can stay out. Okay, understand me? Now, if you do need to come home, that's fine. Let me put my deal on. Home is always welcome, but understand you don't rule that place, so you have to abide by the rules of that place. He said. You understand me? Don't maybe put my Louisiana on, baby. Let me tell you something. Baby, understand me that you can for sure run nothing that you don't own. Mm-hmm. So own your degree and come out and get your own place so you can make your own decision, baby, because ain't nobody got time for that.
Mm-hmm. That's the key.
That's keys. That's a thing right there. That's keys, baby. That hit different. Mm-hmm. So we just we really do appreciate you guys for coming on the show. You guys are always welcome. I'm telling you. And we do a mental health week. So Lily, we'll probably be calling you because Darnell need help.
All right.
He gonna give me tonight. Look, he's about I do. We all need help, but we're trying to get our culture, to be okay with having counsel and having their mental health checked, because we got a lot of people running around here need checks and medicine. But because they ain't been diagnosed, they just walking around doing stuff. And we trying to keep people out of jail and just, running rampant in the land. Mm-hmm. So we make sure we check our mental health. Okay, it's okay to have Jesus and a therapist. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Jesus is the therapist. He is the great therapist.
Yes.
Come on. He is the great therapist. So we do that on a regular basis. And I really want you were supposed to be taking over the Branch of Promise College page. So I think we just need to get that up, because I think it's a lot. If we just amp that part up, they'll feel like they have a place to reach out. So I recently had a new vision for that page, to have just open counselors, maybe a big sister, big brother if they need someone just to latch on, talk to, press through. I don't understand this. Are you good at geometry? Because I'm not. Different things of that nature, just to give them some inspiration, or even if they're close enough, just to hang out and just come out of their space for a minute, because that was one of my issues. I didn't have a safe space, and you need those places to just relax and take a deep breath, because a lot of the issues that I had is I had no way to take a breath, and I was using substances to catch my breath, and it was stealing it. I was dying. And so we don't want no more deaths on our watch. We're going to make sure that everybody, this is why this is the conversation. Come sit on my couch, get you a piece of cover, and let's talk and get out your head and make sure you straight. This is why we started this. This is Rare Image, because we want people to understand that you're seen. You're not invisible. We can see you. We you know what I'm saying, we recognize the gifts, the callings, just you as a person. We recognize you. And I really do appreciate. I'm about to cry. What the heck? Every time I'm on this doggone show, I'm always crying. What the heck is going on? I am so proud of you two. I'm proud of the women that you guys have become. I am proud of your lives. I am proud of the behind the scenes, because you can tell what you do behind the scenes by the bright light that we see in your eyes right now. And so I am proud to see who you guys are becoming. And I can't wait to see what's coming next. I'm looking for good things. I'm looking for good things. I'm not gonna cry. Come out of there.
Well, thank you, Joji.
You are so welcome. And for those who want to see people like these conversations are necessary, and so we can't do this on our own. We need your help, guys. And so if you would like to sponsor or donate to continue this type of programming, we need you to cash out money sign Rare Image 26. That's money sign Rare Image 26. You can always cash. Everything is going for the producing of this show, as well as producing of our radio show, Vision Radio, that is on 365 Live. You can go on there. We are having some technical difficulties for some reason. My computer likes to make it look like we're live all the time. So I have to turn it off, because they probably hear what we're saying right now, praise God, but it's all good. So 365 Live is our radio station. If you have any music, you are an artist, please send it to our email at rareimage26@gmail.com. We will put you in rotation, and you will get your royalties for the music. We are so excited about what God is doing in our lives. If you have any prayer, you can send that to that email address, or you can put it in our inbox. We do pray. You got to pray just to make it today. I say we pray. I just went in, but it's all right. I just went in. If you would like to have a segment on our radio show, there are a few packages. We can get that information to you. We can email that to you. Just make sure to inbox us about that. Again, we are so blessed to have you guys on our show. And we're going to pray over you guys and don't call me mother. We're going to pray over you guys and let you go. God, I thank you. I thank you for this moment, this time, and this space. God, I thank you for these women of God that you have called for such a time as this, to pioneer and lead the next generation into a clarity of thought, mind, and purpose. I thank you, oh God, that whatever they choose to do, whatever they place their hands to do, it shall and will be blessed. Everywhere their feet tread, they shall declare and claim that territory, and they have jurisdiction in that place. I thank you for holy boldness. I thank you for open doors. I thank you, God, even now that there are doors that no man can shut. I thank you for placement. I thank you for favor. I just thank you, God, for the things that you are doing on the inside of them. I declare unto you even now, God, that you be a hedge of protection over each one of them as they make their decisions to go on their journey. God, I thank you that that whatever they have in their mind to do, let it be. Let it be, God. And I pray for those that are on the line on here listening. God, I pray that this segment even now changes the mindset of a college student on their way to their next position. I pray that they go in knowledgeable and strong, God. I thank you even now for the divine protection over their minds, even now that they are sound and they are clear and thought, God. They can make decisions and they can do all things well. I bless you and I pray God's speed and blessings over every person on this line. May every angelic host be sent out over the people on the line, and as they press the replay button, may a supernatural energy hit them to go and do the next thing and inhabit the next. I bless you in the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. And thank God. I love you guys.
Amen.
Peace out. Have a great Labor Day. Don't do no labor. You better chill. Bye.